Hi learners, very good morning. Welcome to Unify Study. This is Thulasi doing paper 1 marathon for the upcoming SET and NET examination. Welcome you all to Unify Study YouTube channel. Very good morning everyone. Komal, Satya, Vanita, Divya, Muttamil, Lopa, Shanti Kumari, Sasi, Malayalam, Sindhu, Department of History, Ritik, everyone very good morning. Do join. We are going to do marathon by revision through PYQs. Yes. Very good morning, everyone. Divya. So, learners, those who are new to the channel, kindly subscribe the channel for more notifications that programs that we hear on Unify Study YouTube channel. So, this is about myself, tutor. I'm training you paper 1 for the upcoming SET and NET examination. As we are all going to stay young all the time. So, if you want to stay young all the time, start learning. Start to learn the unknown things. So when we start to learn unknown things, right, you will always stay young, right? So with this quote, I would like just to start the net set paper 1 most expected topics with the multiple choice questions. Yes, on you join. Learners, those who are new to the platform, kindly subscribe the channel and like and share the videos with your friends, those who are preparing for the SET and NET examination, because definitely that is going to help your friends also. That will become a blessing and we're also going to get clear this time. At this point, today what we are going to study is your very important two topics we are going to do it. One is from research aptitude and another from logical reasoning. So research aptitude expected topics with the questions we are going to do, and also we are going to revise the logical reasoning, that too especially Indian logic, fallacy, syllogism, all those things we are going to cover today, right? So please get ready. This is going to be a marathon session. I'm going to revise all these important topics today. Yes, kindly do join. Hi Shiva Bharati. Okay. Thank you Ritik. Thank you so much. So let me start the classes. Are you ready? Ready? Shall we start? Are you ready? Shall we start? Yes. Waiting for your confirmation. Are you ready? All had your breakfast, right? We are going to do with a Josh. Yes, thank you, Lopa. Okay, very good. Everyone started putting yes. Thank you. Come on, let's start doing the first question from research aptitude. What about others? Not interested in doing? Only very few yeses I'm getting. Only very few yeses I'm getting. Okay, come on, let's start. Yes, thank you. First question is from research aptitude. Come on, do it. Question given. Take a time of 30 seconds. Give your answers in the chat box. Question number 1. The match the following based questions. The recent trends are we are getting statement based question. Very good. And then we are getting match the following based questions. Okay. And then we are getting some ABCD based questions. Straight direct questions are probability is also there, but though we are getting statement based question, match the following question and ABC based question. Yes, try to do this question. Very good, start doing. Very good, do it. Yes. Please read the question. Don't feel worry if you don't know the answer. Please kindly do read the question properly and then do. Yes. I will wait for your answers. Yes, wait. Very good. Very good. Poonam, Lopa, Shanti. Very good. The right answer for this question is option number 2. So applied research, basic research, quantitative research, qualitative research. What is all the called the types of research? Applied research means what? I used to give a traditional example, as you, I hope you remember. Fundamental research is what? That is a basic research that we do. That is bulb. Yes, that is bulb that we used to have. So bulb is a basic research which invented by Thomas Alva Edison. Yes, you remember my example? Bulb, right? Yes. But this bulb has been replaced in places of our rooms, in public places, in kitchen, for bedroom, for public transportations like trains, flight. See, in all these areas, the form of light will be different. So what they have done, in rooms they need different kind of bulb. In public, like a road, right? In street lights, the form of bulb will be different. In kitchens and all, we need a different type of decorative lamps. In bedrooms, we need light, dim lights. For trains and all, we have specialized lights for each passenger. For flights also. So the form of light has taken different forms in different places, and the application is said to be what? Different. You understand? And this we call it as applied research, and the fundamental research is called adding the corpus to the science knowledge. So this we call it as applied research, where the bulb that has been invented at the beginning, right, we call it as a fundamental research. So what do you mean by applied research here? To find a practical solutions to everyday problems. Means what? For a public transportation, they need a bright light, right? For bedrooms and all, we need a dim light. For trains and flights and all, we need different kinds of lights, right? So there are the different problems in the current day issues. So that we call it as applied research. This is the best example. But then what do you mean by basic research? Contribution to knowledge. Before bulb, we had fire only used to get a kind of brightness to a room, right? But after finding out that bulb, that is a contribution to the science knowledge. It's called adding a knowledge to the science, and that we call basic research. Very good. So the next comes quantitative research. Please kindly note down the keywords that you can remember well. What do you mean by quantitative research? It is to focus an objective assessment. What do you see here in term called objective? What do you mean by an objective? Objective is nothing but a pinpointed um, answer that you need to get out of that experiment. I repeat again, there is a pinpointed, a focal point will be there. Out of this research, I need to attain this objective, this answer. So I focus on an objective assessment. There is a focal point is there to attain. So that can be attained by quantitative research. So what do you mean by quantitative research? Quantitative research means where all we do experiments in terms of experiments, scientific experiments, by having numbers, analytics, right? Okay, data analytics, wherever we have numbers, and that type of research we called quantitative research. Quantitative research means what? Wherever we have numbers. Example, if we do experiments through chemistry labs and all, we do experiments, we know when I add this number of amount of chemical to this chemical, I will be getting this solution, right? Similarly, in computer science and all, right, if I give this input, I'll be getting this output. All are defined earlier. So I'm just experimenting it and I'm checking whether it is coming it or not, right? So that's called quantitative research. Qualitative research means what? I'm talking to a person and getting know about that person, right? I'm going to a village, know about the culture of that village, then that becomes qualitative research. Okay, so here what will be the data? Here the words and the photographs that I have collected, and out of that photograph I extract the information, and that we call it as qualitative research. So what happens in qualitative research? Exploration and description of concepts. So I explore the content from that image. I explore the culture of the people from through their words, and that we call it as qualitative research. Apart from that, we have so many research steps are there, that please, if you want, there is so many videos that we have made for research. Please, you can check it out. We also look for many questions, right? Clear? Yes. Next question. Next question. This is a question from sampling. This is a question from sampling. Do it. This is a question from sampling which we have in research aptitude. research aptitude, which comes under data collection. Under data collection, we have a concept called sampling. Under sampling, this concept comes. Very good, do it. See, here we are doing what? A revision along with the PYQs. I hope you understand. Here we are doing revision along with the PYQs. Do it quick. Yes. Very good, Satya. Satya is answering. Very good. Yes, very good, very good. Very good. The right answer for this question is referrals. Right answer for this question is referrals. So as I have told you, this comes under research aptitude. In research aptitude, we are supposed to collect the data. So when we are collecting the data, we collect either by means of, we need to have a data set, right? We used to call it as the sample. Sample means what? I cannot go, if I want to know about the Indian food, food culture or food interest means, I cannot go and collect from all the crores and crores of people. I will take a representation of that whole sample, right? And that we call it a sample. So that sample we have two type. One is probabilistic sampling. Another one is non-probabilistic sampling. Probabilistic sampling means what? Each and every individual, every representation, right? They will be having a chance of getting being selected. It's called probabilistic sampling. We have triple SC. Triple FC means what? Simple sampling, simple random sampling, stratified sampling, systematic sampling, and cluster sampling. Non-probabilistic sampling means what? SC judgment quota means, S means snowball, convenience, judgment, and quota sampling. Here, this we are talking about the snowball sampling. This means what? If I want to do some kind of a research, I was not able to collect the data from the people. So what I do, because I ask one of my friend or the researcher to help me to collect the data. So what they will do, they get data from some people and they will spread like that, right? So they recruit by means of referral. My friend is doing research. Please kindly help me with your data. So that referral, by referring, I will be able to collect the data. And that is called snowball sampling method. So here what appears here? Referrals is being done. Referral is being done. I am asking one of my friend to get the data to be collected. My friend refers to other people. My friend is doing research. Please kindly help. So again, they will do some referral. As the reference is being done, right? My research will be happen. And that we call it as snowball sampling. Yes, clear learners? Very good. Moving to the next one. This is a sampling methods from probabilistic sampling. It's a question from probabilistic sampling. Simple random, stratified, cluster, and snowball. This is non-probabilistic. The others are probabilistic. Yes, do it. Quick. Do it. Yes, waiting for your answers. Rohit, no poll. Here we are not using poll, right? Yes, here we are not using poll. Yes, very good. Come on. Yes. Learners have started to answer the question. Very good. Read the question carefully and then give the answer. Yes, very good. Very good. Everyone started doing very good. Very good. Okay. The right answer for this question is right answer for this question is option number 2. Yes. What do you mean by simple random sampling? As I have told, we can go with the keywords. The units are chosen by giving equal and independent chance of getting selected. By equal and independent chance of getting selected is simple random sampling, right? Then we move to stratified random sampling. Stratified random sampling means what? The units are chosen from defined groups and levels randomly. Here it should come actually, sorry, typing mistake. Groups or levels random. Means what? Stratified random sampling means where I'll be having the sample sets will be there. I'll be taking the representation from each groups. So the units are chosen from the defined groups and levels randomly. Say if I have a class and this class I have divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 groups I have divided. Okay. And here I have a set of people like four people in each group. Okay, for four people in each group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get people from each group. So the units are chosen from defined groups. So I'm defining this group as group 1 under some category. This is group 2 under some category. This is and category. Under a category, I'm defining this and I'm making it as a cluster. Okay, from that particular group I will be selecting. So out of this group I select one, out of this group I select two people, say maybe here maybe five. So out of this group again I'll select one. Here there may be six people. So out of this, depends upon the number I used to select. So please make it very clear. Cluster and stratified, what is the major difference here is in stratified random sampling there will be groups. Strata means nothing but groups. Strata means groups. The units are chosen. Unit means what? Here I choose 1. Here I choose 2. Here I choose 1. Here I choose 3, right? Those are called units. So the units are being chosen from the defined group. Under some category, I am defining this as group 1, this as group, this as group 3, and this as group 4. So now what I'm going to do, and randomly I'm going to select the units from those defined groups. This is called stratified random sampling. Then what do you mean with cluster sampling? The units are chosen intact basis of the settings. Means here out of the same class, okay, I am going to select, I'm changing the ink, I am going to select this class and this cluster. So here what I'm doing, I'm leaving these two groups and I'm selecting this whole cluster as my one. And this we call cluster sampling. This we call cluster sampling. Hope I am clear with the points, right? So stratified, what happens here? From that group, I will be selecting the units. That is stratified based on the groups category. And cluster is what? I'm going to select the whole cluster. Randomly, I'm going to select the cluster from this whole thing. That is called cluster sampling. Next one is snowball sampling. What do you mean snowball? As I've told you now before, the first member is used as an informant. Now I'm being the informant. I'm telling my friend, please kindly collect me data. So I'm asking my friend. So I'm being an informant to identify the other person. And they again inform other person. They again inform other person. And just like that it goes on. So snowball sampling means what? The first member of the group is said to be as the informant to identify the other by whom which I can collect the data. And this we call it as snowball sampling. Yes, hope clear learners? Hope clear? Clear? Yes or no? Please let me know so that I can move further. Okay, moving to the next question. Do it. When a sample is chosen because it is available to the researcher is known as. Yes, come on quick. Yes, thank you. When a sample is chosen because it is available to the researcher, it is known as probability, convenience, systematic, and objective sampling. Yes, very good. Yes, good, good, good. Very good, very good, very good. Right. The right answer for this question is called convenience sampling. We can apply the elimination method. We can apply the elimination method. What do you mean elimination method is? See, we don't have a concept of like objective sampling. First we did. So we have probabilistic sampling. This is a major superset, and we have convenience sampling and systematic sampling. This systematic sampling comes under the probabilistic sampling. What do you mean by systematic sampling? Means if there is a population like this, I have nearly uh, 10 students like this. I have 10 students like this. So I want to know about my what is that? About the height of my classes, right? I want to know about the height of the class. I cannot get all the 10 students. So what I'm doing is every second student I select as the samples. You understand what is the key term here? Every second student will be taken to the create the sample set. So this we call it as what called systematic sampling. So every second student. So this 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So they collectively they will become a sample of this whole representation. This is my whole representation. Am I right? Whole representation. 10 is the whole population. From that I am going to take every second student. I am going to create this as the sample. Underline the word. So this we call it as population, and this we call it as what? The sample. By which sample method I have used? I have used systematic sampling method to create this sample set. Yes, right. So the every second student. So every ith data item will be selected. Every ith data item will be selected, and that is called systematic. Now the question is what? When a sample is chosen because it is available to the researcher, that will comes under the non-probabilistic sampling. Non-probabilistic sampling will not give equal opportunity to every data sets there. So definitely this will also not come. This will also not come. Only option available is convenience. So the researcher selects the data. She is my friend, so I can get my data very easily. I am selecting here. Okay, she is my student, so I can get my data very soon. So as they are available, I am getting the data. Whether it suits or not, nothing. But it is available, so I'm utilizing that one. And that we call it as convenience sampling. Right? Right. Very good. Moving to the next question. Do this one. Do this one. Observation research. By term, we can understand. Observational research. But just read the question. You tell. Yes, do it. Very good. Waiting for the answers. Read it carefully. Observational research. Yes, waiting for the answers. Kokila, Nam, and Damal Chelvi. Read it carefully. Please don't give both are true. And they was not giving both options true all the time. Right? They either go for both or false, or both say one true and one false, or one false and one true. They can go in either way. So please don't blindly give both the options are true. Read it carefully and then tell me the right answer. I request you, please don't give me immediately. Yes, very good. Everyone giving one options, I'm telling it's wrong. Those who are without reading the question properly, if you give me both the statements are true means then it is false. The right answer is both the statements are said to be. So try to create a practice of reading the question. In observational research, the variables are actively manipulated. See the keywords. These are all the words that we have to note. In observational research, the variables are actively manipulated and the environment is controlled as possible. Is enrolled as possible. If I want to go to a village, okay, I want to know about the village people. There are in a village, right? We have so many peoples are there, men, females are there. I'll be okay. There will be children. If I want to know about the children attitude, I want to know about the children playtime or like food culture. If I want to know, means what I can do, I can just go and sit and observe how the children are playing, right? If I want to know about the playing habits of children, means I just want to go sit there and I want to watch how they are playing. And this we call it as what called observational research. Okay, so I'm going there sitting and watching at how children are playing. And these people, these children are called as what? They are called as variables. They are called as variables. Yeah, right. So these variables, will I ask them to, will I be able to manipulate them? No, you should play like this. Yeah, you have to play this game. That is what manipulation. If I am observing, means I have to let them however they play, I have to just watch them. So what I am not going to do, they are not actively manipulated. They will play as they wish. If I give some kind of an instruction, as being a researcher, see, a researcher is there who watching. Researcher simply observes from here. He observes from here all the play habits of the children there. So I am not going to manipulate any one of the children way of playing, right? So this is definitely not going to happen. So put a mark here. And the environment is a controlled as possible. If I want to know about their playing habits, how can I control this environment? Definitely they'll be playing in their own place, right? That place is not under my control. It is there in their control, right? I'm not going to control the environment as possible. Definitely. Second point. So this is said to be false. Clear? Next. So an observational research allows you to eliminate the influence of many extraneous factors. What do you mean by this extraneous factors is, I am not going to uh, eliminate, because as anyone comes here, so now what happens, any one of the some of his friend is going to come and he is also going to join and he is going to disturb the game. Okay, this particular boy or a girl, right, this girl is going to come here and she is going to do some kind of a mess and she disturbs the game. Now what happened, I cannot eliminate this child. I cannot eliminate this extraneous factor. Am I right? So, what is telling here? It allows you to eliminate the influence of many extraneous factors. No, that is not the case. So, this is also said to be false. Got it? So, observational research means what? I will be simply sitting and observe, right? So, I am not going to manipulate any variables that are playing there and I am not going to control that environment. But in case, if it was been like an experimental based thing, there the variables will be manipulated, there the environment will be under control. Yes, clear? Yes, clear. In observational research, it is being measured by their natural settings. Whatever is being there in that village, right, with that settings I am going to watch their games. So at the same time I don't have any control over the children playing there in that environment. So as a researcher, I simply observe how the children are playing, how their attitude is there, I'm just noting down. So without intervening or manipulating the variables, the observation research will happen. And what do you mean by statement 2? It allows you to eliminate the influence of many extraneous factors. As I told you, right? If some other child has come to play and she's doing some mess there, means I cannot also eliminate that factor. Clear? Yes? I cannot, oh my god, this child came and disturbed the game. Oh, please, you go out. I cannot say. If she comes and disturbs, means it's disturbed. That's all. That is also said to be incorrect. So both the statements are clear, learners? Clear? Gayatri, please, I'm very loud now. Please increase your volume. Am I audible, right? Like shouting. I am audible, right? Gayatri, please kindly either refresh or increase your system volume. Right. Statement 2 again I repeat. Statement 2 again I repeat. A group of children are playing. One of the child is coming inside, right? And she wants to play, but something has happened between the children and the game gets spoiled. Okay. Will that be eliminated there? No, we cannot eliminate. That child then comes and disturbs the game means the game will get disturbed. That's all. So I cannot eliminate that extraneous factor who comes there and disturbs them. Yeah, right. Very clear. Next, do this one. Do this one. This is a question from research ethics part. The question from research ethics part. Do it. Read it carefully and then do. When submits a PhD thesis, this is about the plagiarism one. Yes, do it. Waiting for your answers. Yes, very good, very good, very good. I'm getting answers for the question. Right answer for the question is option B. Option B. See, one minute. Yeah, yes, right. Right answer is option B. Yes. So see here, this is the plagiarism level given by UGC, right? If I'm either writing the research article or I'm going to write my thesis. In both the cases, this plagiarism will be there checked very seriously. So here the level 0 is said to be the similarity up to 10%. It is said to be allowed. Up to 10% the similarity can be there in the research article and also on the thesis. If there is a level 0 plagiarism means it shows that 10% of the content is being has similarity with other research article. It has been taken away from some places, right? So this is said to be allowed in terms of plagiarism. But if it level 1, the level 1 is that the similarity is between 10% to 40%. The similarity is between 10% to 40%. So the level 0 talks about up to 10%. Level 1 is about 10 to 40%. Level 2 is about 40 to 60%. 60%. Level 3 is about more than 60%. About more than 60. There is a more than 60 percentage of plagiarism. What will be happen here? If it is 0% means that's a level 0 means no penalty. No issues is there. They can go ahead with their research article or the synopsis or the thesis. If there is level 1 plagiarism, if it is 10 plus 10 to 40% means what they have to do, they have to withdraw their manuscript, what they have done. They have to withdraw the manuscript, underline the word. If it is level 2 plagiarism means what they have to do, they shall be asked to withdraw the manuscript, and very important, they'll be denied a right to one annual increment, as in case of the guide who is doing, right, he'll be denied to give the annual increment and shall not be allowed to do a supervision to PhD scholar or anyone. Okay, he will not be allowed to do the guideship for 1 year. This is for level 2. If it is level 3 means what will happen in case of the guide, he will be asked to withdraw the manuscripts and the annual increment for the next 2 years will be stopped, and he will not be allowed to do guideship for any of the research programs will not be allowed to do for 3 years. And this is for 2 years. What in case of student is, in case of student, the level 1, they have to resubmit. They have to take it back, work on it, and they have to resubmit. That's not a problem. But level 3, what happens here is, level 2 and 3, for level 2, they will be debarred from submitting the revised script for 1 year. 1 year, he will not be able to submit the document. 60% means their PhD registration will be cancelled. You understand? I repeat once again. If it is level 0 means no problem, no penalty, they can go ahead. If it is level 1 means that is 10 to 40% of plagiarism is there, means they have to resubmit. They have to take back their manuscript, rework on it, and then they have to submit again. That is level 1. In case of the guide, in case of the research guide or research supervisor, they have to withdraw the manuscript. What about level 2? They will be debarred to submit their revised edition for 1 year. They will not be able to submit. In case of research guide, what will happen? For 1 year, increment will be stopped, and for 1 year, 2 years, they will not be able to guide the students. Okay, they will not be allowed to guide the students. If it is level 3 means what will happen? The registrations will be cancelled. Their PhD registration will be cancelled, and for the research supervisor, what will happen? They have to withdraw the manuscript, and they'll be denied a right to 2 successive annual increments will be stopped, and they will not be allowed to supervise any students of research for the 3 years of time. So this is all about the plagiarism. Here the right answer for this question is level 1, because here the question is being given the similarity content of 35%. Clear, learners? Yes, clear? I once again, 0, level 0, 10%. Okay, below 10% means no issues, no penalty, nothing. If level 1 means it is 10 to 40%, here what should happen? They have to resubmit it. Okay, they have to resubmit by doing revision. By doing revision, they have to submit. What about level 2? Here it is 40 to 60%. What in case of the student? Debarred for one year. Debarred for 1 year. This in case of student. In case of 3, that is 60%. More than 60%, registration will be cancelled. PhD registration will be cancelled in case of student. In case of the scholar, this is for student. Scholar, no issues. They can go ahead. 1 year means what will happen? They have to take back the manuscript. Okay, they have to again this to resubmit. Okay, they again have to resubmit. In case of level 2, what will happen? 1 increment will be stopped, and 2 years not allowed to do the guideship. And here 2 increment will be stopped, and 3 years they are not allowed to do the guideship. That's the short gist. Okay, right. Moving to the next one. To this question, this is a question from data analysis, and this we call it as skewness. After collecting the data, I used to make an interpretation out of data collected, right? That is the one called skewness. Sneha, I'm audible. Please kindly refresh. This is a question from it. So this one, different from being a normal distribution. If a curve is said to be skewed on the right side, we call it what? Dash. Just waiting for answers. Very good, very good. Deepa, Lalita, very good, very good. It's called positive skewed or right side skewed. It's called negatively skewed or left skewed. Very good. The right answer for this question is positively skewed. Here what? It applies in the context of distribution. Okay. And this we call it as normal distribution. This we call it as normal distribution. Normal distribution curve has 3 important terms like mean, median, and mode. Median and mode. These are the important terms that we use, how the data has been distributed, and through which will we get an analysis of about the data set. And this we call it as where the mean, median, and mode we all lie in the same, will be equal, and this we call symmetric normal distribution. This we call it as a bell-shaped curve, right? And this is about the data, that data like normally distributed, that will be normally distributed. And in case you can take an example of our exam marks. Okay, exam marks. So see this, what is going to tell us, if I'm giving an exam, all the students are getting nearly more than 8, 9, 10 out of 10. Okay, out of 10, every student are getting 8, 9, 10. There is no marks in this range. That is from 0 to 7, no marks. Everyone has got 8, 9, 10. Then how the data will be here? All the data will be here in this region. Am I right? All the data will be in this range. Shows that many students have got 8, 9, 10. See here, at this range, there is no data. Range, there is no data. That is 0 to 7, no data. Because all the students have got what? 8, 9, 10. Okay, right? So what will be the mean score? Mean score will be always less than this one. This will not be less than 8, but it will be like 8.5, 9, it will be like that. You got it? If you take this exam, I'm giving the exam for 10 marks. Then I've got 0, 1, 3. There is no data. Wait, here you will not see, right? Take this example. In this example, I am giving again for 10 marks. All the students are getting 0, 1, 2, and 3. There is no marks from 4 to 10. Marks from 4 to 10. What does it mean here? All the marks lies in this range. There is no marks in this side, right? Very few number of students would have got. Numbers would have got here. This we call it as skewed right or positively skewed. You understand, learners? See here, in the right side there is no data. It was like, I'm squeezing out, right? There is nothing will be there like that. So it is called positively skewed. So the right, different from being a normal distribution, if a curve is skewed on the right side, we call it as a positively skewed. Clear, learners? Yes? Clear. Very good. Moving to the next question. One. Do this one. Do this one. Very good. Do this one. Read the question properly and do this one. Very good. Waiting for the answers, learners. So far, we have done 42 minutes. Have you all enjoying the class, learners? Have you all enjoying the class? You all enjoying the class? Very good, very good. Quickly do it. In case of qualitative phenomena, we have data in the presence or absence of attribute or more than one attribute. With such data as mentioned in statement 1, the above sampling distributions may take a form of binomial probability distribution. Yes, very good, very good. The right answer for this question is both options are said to be true. Okay, so in terms of qualitative phenomena, right, qualitative data research, qualitative research, we have data on the basis of presence or absence of attribute, or more than one attribute will be there for an qualitative phenomena. Even with one attribute, I can do my research, right? So here what, with such kind of data sets, what kind of distribution it will be using? Here it will be using the binomial probability distribution in terms of qualitative phenomena. So in case of quantitative phenomena, what kind of distribution it will be using? It will be using normal distribution. Okay, it will be using normal distribution curve. Yes, thank you, Deepa. Thank you. normal distribution curve, right? In case of qualitative phenomena, it will be using binomial probability distribution curve. Yes, moving to the next question. Do this one. One of the main advantages of online survey-based research is one of the this comes under two things are here. One is research ethics and also a type of research called online survey-based research. Lessened ethical requirements, reduced to need to provide a debriefing and clarification to participants after completion of survey. Participants can discontinue if they feel uncomfortable at any stage. Better understanding of participants of informed waiting. Divya, you want to 2 hours, huh? I will go. We are going to cover 2 topics. Today, research aptitude and logical reasoning. Next, we are going to have Indian logic. Please get ready. We are going to study about Indian logic and few fallacy questions and syllogism questions. This is my target of going to do today. The learners, those who need Indian logic, fallacy and syllogism, kindly stay back. Others also stay back. We will be doing a quick revision over here. Yes. Way to do it? Online survey-based research. Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Yes, the right answer for this question is the participants can discontinue if they feel uncomfortable at any stage of survey. See, online survey-based research means as I'm surfing some kind of YouTube or online, right? There you'll be getting some pop-ups like to fill out the survey. Regarding YouTube also you used to give, right? When I play some YouTube at the beginning, they'll be asking some questions. How do you feel about this? You can select options like this, right? And there is also an option to skip. There is also an option to skip. It is not necessary I have to attend this test. I can also skip this one. And these survey has been given to the what to say, like if I used to search such kind of things, right, I'll be getting these questions like, so lessened ethical requirements, it is not going to be an advantage. Any kind of research there need to have a ethical issue should be there, so this will not come. A reduced need to provide a debriefing and clarification to participants after completion of the survey. Means what? I have to tell them about why it has been done, why you are participating in this particular one. I have to clarify my participants, right? So the reduced need to provide a debriefing. Anyway, we have to debrief them, right? But here it is given the reduced need. So this will also not come. Here they asked for the advantages of online based research. So what is the next option? The participant can discontinue if they feel. If I want, I can leave because I'm not interested to do this research. So I'm just going to leave this one. At any point of time, he or she can leave the survey. So this is where we're going to say to be the advantage of doing it on online based research, right? Next one is what? Better understanding by participants, informed consent. So if you're not going to do that question, means they are not going to sue us, are not going to do anything regarding that one. Okay, so this is not comes under this advantage. Informed consent means what? I'll be informed why I am doing this particular survey. What is the purpose? Everything they will inform us. The researcher who is collecting data, right? They will inform us. So getting our consent, and then only we'll be a participant of that particular research, and that we call informed consent. In what do you mean by informed consent? I'll be told that for this reason you are being a part of this research, everything will be informed to us. So right, that we call the informed consent. Here learners, yes, next one. Next, very good. Next, you all ready to go to logical reasoning? Ready? Yes. So before getting into logical reasoning, I would just like to show you that learners, those who wish to get the PDF of this particular class, right? This PDF will be uploaded here in this free courses. Here it will be uploaded. This is the website unifystudy.com of our Unify Study YouTube channel, right? So in this channel, in this website, where you can get access to all the free courses here, and we are having the data interpretation is also here. We are also giving courses for computer science paper 2, UGC NET and other SET examinations. And this is about our paid course that we are doing it for paper 1 and the paper 2, and or paper 2 alone, computer science, right? So these are the subscription details. If you want, you can just get into it and you can check it out. Here the PDF of this particular classes will be uploaded here in this free course. You can get it from here. And here you can also have the mock test is here for data interpretation and the daily reading comprehension, that you can also do it. And this is for the paid mock test. We also have the paid mock for computer science and the paper 1. These are all the details that we have. Paid mock tests here. Next one, from April 15th onwards, we are going to start the PYQs for paper 1 in app session. Right? We are going to have the PYQs, only paper 1 PYQs in the app session from 8 to 9:30 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. So learners, those who wish to get it, you can visit the website for more details. See, you can get the details of paid course here. Soon we'll be getting the details of the paid course also here for the PYQs. You can please kindly watch here. Learners, those who wish to join can also join. The earlier recordings will be available there in that particular course content. The PDFs and the videos will be there. You can get access till the month of June 15th, right? Till that, how many months you take, till that the content will be available for you. For more details, you can visit the unifystudy.com. For this PDF, you can get into the Unify Study website and you can log in through your number and you can get the PDFs here. Yes, yeah, very good. Now we move to logical reasoning. Now we are moving to logical reasoning. Yes, come on quick. The first question from Indian logic. Question from Indian logic. Very interesting. Quick. Read the question carefully and then do it. Learners, those who have not shared the videos with your friends, please share with your friends and like the session which we are taking today. Right? Like the session and share with your friends. Read the question carefully and then do it. Waiting for your answers. This is a question from Indian logic. So collectively, we are going to do questions across from all the top 3 topics that I have mentioned you, right? 3 topics. One is going to be from Indian logic and one from fallacy and other from, what is that, syllogism. Very good. Waiting for your answers. Come on, there is no option E. Sorry. Yes, the right answer for this question is option C. Option C. Option C is the right answer. Right? So what shall we'll go and study about. In Indian logic, we have 6 pramanas. We have 6 pramanas. What are all those pramana? Perception, inference, comparison. Sorry, mistakenly I given that option. Sorry. We have comparison, right? And then we have perception, inference, comparison, postulation, non-apprehension, and the 4th one is verbal testimony. Okay, these are called as the 6 pramanas through we gain our knowledge. We gain our knowledge by means of our sense organs. If someone comes and pinch you like this, what will happen? You'll say, ah, right, because of that pain you sense, that if anyone do like this means you will feel pain. Okay, if anyone comes and gives you rasagula, what you will do, right? You'll just take that rasagula and you'll enjoy that sweetness, right? So you enjoy the sweetness because of the taste that it has through your tongue, right? To the taste sense you enjoy. These are all comes. So whenever you see rasagula, right, there your mind will say twang about the sweet taste, and that we call perception. The second time your friend, somebody is bringing rasagula for you, what immediately your mind will say, oh, this is very super sweet, right, that we have experienced before, so we are going to have that now, and that we call inference. Already I have enjoyed that taste, now I'm going to do it again, right? By means of having a prior experience, I'm going to my mind will be telling this is also will be taste sweet because earlier I have enjoyed that taste, so now also I'm going to have the same sweet, and that is called inference, right? Comparison means what? My mother's face is looking like the moon, she looks very beautiful, because we see moon as a white round object, right? So I'm comparing my mother's face also like a white round face, so I'm comparing with the moon. There is a similarity of objects, and that is called comparison or upamana, called upamana. Postulation means what? Assuming things. This boy is very bad, he is telling I'm not studying, see, but he is scoring 95 marks. I think he will be doing night study in the night whenever we are all sleeping. So what I am doing, I am assuming that he is studying in the night, but I don't know whether he had studied in the night or not, and that is called postulation. What do you mean non-apprehension? Non-apprehension means that object may be not be present there. The non-existence of the object, okay, will make you have some knowledge, and that is called non-apprehension. Verbal testimony means what? Now I am talking here, you are listening to my words and you are trusting me as a tutor. So here you are trusting my my words as the verbal testimony. So this we call verbal, through which you gain knowledge. So these are the 6 different ways where we used to gain knowledge, right? These are the 6 different ways where we need to gain knowledge. In Sanskrit, we used to say this perception as what? As we used to call pratyaksh. We used to call it as pratyaksh. What about inference? We call it as anumana, right? In comparison, we call it as what call? We call it as upamana. What do you mean by postulation? It is called it as arthapati. It is called it as arthapati. Non-apprehension means what? Anupalabdhi. Anupalabdhi. See, you may feel hard to remember when you read for the first time, but when it goes on, you'll be able to find it very easy. Verbal testimony means what? Shabda. Verbal testimony means what? Shabda. These are the Sanskrit words. These are the English words. Nowadays, we get both the words in the examinations, but try to be aware of these Sanskrit words also. Okay. Now, inside this, the question is about what? The question is about these steps of inference. Steps of inference, that is the second knowledge. So this second knowledge, anumana, when I will be able to anumana something, that is infer something, because earlier I have enjoyed the taste of rasagula, right? So I have been noticed that texture of that rasagula, a white round ball with a sugar syrup there. Okay, so when I cut that rasagula, right, it will be going like smooth like something, and when you enjoy each and every bite, you'll be getting that sugary syrup. So what happens here? Already it was being registered in your mind how it looks like, how it tastes, how it cut, everything. Then when you see for the second time, yes, already I have seen this rasagula, right? So that is why we will be relating things and we'll come to infer this is also rasagula, right? So now we're going for inferring something, anything in our life, right? When you want to infer something, these are the 5 stages that we come across. What are all the stages? Pratijna, Hetu, Udarana, Upanaya, Nigmana. You can remember this by PHUUN Pun. Okay, what is Pratijana means what? The logical statement that I want to prove. This is Rasagulla. Okay, this is Rasagulla I want to prove. So what is Hetu? Hetu is nothing but saying some reason for that happening. Okay, saying some reason for that happening. What is the reason? This refers to the reason for establishment of the above statements. Because I have seen this Rasgulla earlier in my friend's marriage, right? It was a white ball with a sugar syrup. So this is the reason, because I already seen that particular in my friend's marriage. And then giving udharan, I will be giving an example for making it. This is definitely in a Rasagulla. So I'm giving what? I'm giving an example. Udaran. In Tamil, we used to say Udaranam, right? So we call example. So I'm stating an example to make this reason valid. And then comes what? Upanaya. Upanaya means what? I'll be telling the application of that accepting point with respect to this present moment. Okay. So I'll be telling. So this point, see, having the same bowl, same cup, same texture, same consistency. This is also Rasagulla, and the application of the universal acceptance to the present proposal. Nigmana means what? I'm concluding from the proposition that this is called a Rasagulla. Now feel to eat, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. So whenever we infer something, right, definitely we need to have a reason. Without a reason, we will not infer anything. Even our mind, right, we infer, we come to a conclusion, we come to a decision point whenever we infer something. So here take an example of a hill has a fire, right? Here we have a hill. This hill has a fire, and this fire definitely creates a smoke. This fire definitely creates a smoke. So what the point I have to prove is this hill has fire. This is what I have to prove. When I say this hill has fire, because this hill has a smoke, because this hill has a smoke. So whenever I see smoke, right, I immediately my mind will say this is smoke is because of definitely there will be fire. Because there is a smoke, then it has fire. So whenever there is a smoke means there is a fire. Even if you go for kitchen, as we all cook, right, we'll getting smoke. If there is no smoke to the chimney means we assume that there is no cooking is happening in the kitchen. So whenever there is a smoke means it is coming out of fire. And this hill has smoke. I'm telling this hill has a smoke. This is the application. I'm looking at the hill. I'm saying it has smoke. Therefore, this hill has fire. I'm concluding that this hill has fire because of the smoke. Clear, learners? These are the steps which we use to infer something or to take some decision. Pratajana, Hetu, Udharan, Upamana. Sorry, it's Upamana, it's Upanaya. Upanaya. Sorry, it is Upanaya. It is Upanaya and Nigman. Okay. Here. Okay, why all have given C? Huh? Only A option will come. Okay, right. So this is about the concept steps of inference. It is nothing but PHUN, Pratijana, Hetu, Udharan, Upanayan and Nigmana. Pratijana means which I want to prove. This and this will be same. Pratijana, the statement I have to prove. Nigmana, I have concluded with that point. Hetu is nothing but the reason of what I am stating here. And Udharana is giving an example of this previous point. And Upanaya is the application of when, now, how it has been happening. To which I come to a conclusion about that point. Here, according to the statement, right, corresponds application of Upanaya. That mountain has smoke such as invariably accompanied by the fire. So this is the right point for this particular statement. See only, ma'am. Okay, right. But if you click this option means then your answer will be wrong. Am I right? Your answer will be wrong. Seeing this C, if you go and mark this C means your answer will be wrong. This C corresponds to option A. Yes. Now, if you do it there in the exams means then you'll get wrong. To understand, looking at this C, if you go and mark this C, answer will be wrong. You have to give option A as the right answer. Okay? Yes. Moving to the next question. Okay, next. Next question. In classical Indian philosophy, Swartha Anumana and Parartha Anumana are the kind of following Pramanas. In if you take this Pramanas, right, 6 Pramanas, out of the 6 Pramanas, inference has so many content in this. There's so many content. Learners, I'm doing especially for the upcoming set examination students because their time is very short. So I want to give them revision also. So that's why I'm taking some much of time to explaining the concepts to do revision. So learners, those who are all for PYQs only, We will do it definitely in the upcoming 5-6 days, right? So today and tomorrow we are going to have the conceptuals plus PYQs we'll be doing, and next classes we'll be having only PYQs as like yesterday, right? Fast PYQs. Huh? Okay. As Indian logic, I'm going slow. Yes, very good. Yeah. Lopa, Deepa, Lalita, everyone right. The right answer is Anumana. And so what is the answer for this question is Swararthanumana and Pararthanumana. So in case of inference, right? In case of inference, when I want to take some decision or I have to infer something, I'll be doing inference by means of according to the uh, reason, right? So if I want to infer something for myself, to infer something, I come to a point for myself. I used to give a better example all the time. That is, I fail in net examination. To ask yourself why I fail in net exam. For oneself, you are giving an inference points as I have not prepared well. As as I have not prepared well. You are telling yourself the reason. As I have not prepared well, as I have not practiced more MCQs, not practiced, okay? Not practiced more MCQs, so that I fail. I infer myself, come to a point why I fail, because I have not practiced well, I have not prepared well. So I am inferring to a point to myself, and that is called Swarthanmana. It's called Swarthanmana. Next one is Pararthanmana. Means what? If my daughter is coming and asking me some doubt, I'm just going to infer her. See, because of this purpose only it is happening. So I'm inferring my daughter, right? So I'm inferring my daughter so that she comes to a conclusion, okay, because of this only it is happening. So she is coming to a conclusion because of myself, right? So I'm giving her some kind of an inference to make a decision. So that we call it as what called Parartha Nanman. And please explain about AP set also. Sure, that's what I'm telling. For the upcoming MH set is now on next week. And we have April last, right? We have AP set. So for that only, I'm just going the concept and also PY. Okay, right. Clear? So that we call Swararthanmana and Pararthan. Kelanas, very good. Next one. Now the question is from Fallacy, my most interested area. Fallacy, do this one. Do this one. Fallacy. Question from Fallacy. Read it carefully and then yes, read the question carefully and then do. Which informal fallacy is committed in the following statement? Famous singer Mr. Shantanu says ABC toothpaste boost our immunity. Or we must buy ABC. As Shantanu is telling to buy, okay, we are also going to buy. Then what kind of fallacy it is? One quick. Very good learners. As Shantanu wants to buy, is being a singer, not real. Here in the statement, here in the statement, he is a singer. Very good. Yes. The right answer for this question is appeal to inappropriate authority. Means what? As Shantanu is saying, ABC paste is very good. So what happens? Many of the people will trust Shantanu because he's a singer, he's having a very super teeth, right? So we all think that he is using ABC paste. If you go to his home, means he will be using some other paste. But as for advertisement purpose, what he will do, if you use this paste, your teeth will be like this, he will say. But actually, he may not use some other paste. But as people, we just trust by, because he is giving, he is a very big personality. By looking at his advertisements, we also go and buy the ABC toothpaste. So this we call it as what called appeal to inappropriate authority. Okay, appeal to inappropriate authority. He is using the authority to giving some kind of a content like this, right? Right. Moving to the next question. Which kind of fallacy is committed? 1 minute. Yeah, right. Which informal fallacy is committed in the following statement? Of course, you want to XYZ toothpaste. There must be a reason why 90% of India brushes with XYZ toothpaste. Vanita, yes, coming. Wait. Vanita ma'am, your doubt is to be clarified here. Vanita ma'am, your doubt will be clarified here. Yes, read the question and then do it. Right, very good. Waiting for your answers quickly, learners. Okay. The right answer for this question is argumentum ad populum. Means what? As 90% of the people is using XYZ paste. There must be a reason, right? Here I'm saying everyone is using, so we are also have to use the XYZ paste. Of course, you want to use XYZ paste because they are telling 90% of the population is using. As many of the people is also using, you are also going to use without any reason. And that is called argumentum ad populum. Argumentum ad populum. Yes, clear? Yes, moving to the next question. Quick. The formal fallacy is one that will be go quick. The formal fallacy is one that may be identified through a mere inspection of the form or the structure of an argument. The formal fallacy are only in deductive arguments that have identifiable forms. So this one, formal fallacy is maybe identified by the form or structure. Okay, the right answer for this question is both options are said to be right. Formal fallacy is one which can be identified through the form or structure. In kind of fallacy. Fallacy is nothing but the error. The error can be happened in two ways. Either the error can be occur in form of the structure. Structure means what? How it happens? By means of premises. By means of the proposition, that proposition I post, right? I come to a conclusion. What proposition? I used to have a premise one, I have to a premise two, and then I come to a conclusion. So based on these two premises only, this conclusions will be there. So if there is any problem with this structure, then if there is any error in this one, then we call it as the formal fallacy. Then we call it as the formal fallacy. So whenever there is a problem with the structure, then we call it as a formal fallacy. There is another type of error which can come, that with respect to content. So when a content means what? See in the above, before example we see, right? In terms of the content, there is a misunderstandings can happen, and that we call it as what called informal fallacy. So whenever there is an error is being created in terms of structure of that argument means, then we call formal fallacy. Whenever the error is being occurred by means of the content of the statement means, then we call it as the informal fallacy, right? And as we all know that formal fallacy are found only in deductive arguments. See here, this we call it as a deductive argument, which has two premises and one conclusion. Then we say it is a deductive argument, right? So both the statements are said to be correct. Yes. Learners, those who are watching, please kindly like the session and share with your friends. Yes, moving to the next question. So this one, which of the following pramanas is used to determine the food quality and presentation in cooking competition? Like practical like question. Which of the pramanas is used to determine the food quality food quality and presentation in cooking competition. So we have 4 different Pramanas, right? How you used to determine the food quality and presentation in cooking competition. Which Pramana you will be using here? Yes, very good, very good. Please try to give the answers correctly. Please read the question properly and then give the answer. There is a cooking competition going on. I am going to be the judge. Okay. You are going to give the results by means of food quality and presentation. Which kind of pramana you use to give the result? Think carefully and then answer. Don't give the answer. If one is giving one answer, don't give everyone the same answer. See the word here to determine. I'm going to determine the contestant food quality and presentation. Here on the table, they have presented some what food I can tell you. Some what food now appeals the most, right? The milkshake. Okay, so milkshake has been here and some kind of a chart item is being presented here. By looking at this one, how will we determine the food quality and presentation? I tell you the answer, you say, ma'am, this is the answer. Right answer for this question is perception. Perception, no, okay. Perception, yes. Because after I look at the milkshake, right? Here they have placed a milkshake and here they have presented a very good chat item is here placed here with a good no, if I tell means I'll be get tempted. So there is a very good chat item placed here. So I want to determine the quality of this food. How I determine the quality of the food? I'll be just taking in the spoon and just I'll be tasting it, right? So through the taste organs, I used to find out how the taste is there. And then presentation by looking at my eyes, right? Okay, it looks very appealing. It's very nice to be presented. So what happens here? Here I use my sense organ to determine the quality and the presentation here. Vanita, see here to determine. The keyword is here. See, determine. How I am going to determine the food quality and presentation. I am going to determine the quality through tasting. I am going to determine the presentation through my sense organs. That is through my eyes. I looking at the how he or she is presented. I will come to know. Yes, clear, Vanita ma'am. Now you understand? Yes. So they have to determine the quality by means of tasting, right? First they have to taste, then only they can compare. Yes. Moving to the next question. Yes or no? Right. Thank you. Moving to the next question. This is also a question from Anumana. To infer rain in the past by perceiving the muddy water in the pond, it is Puravat, Seshavat, both Puravat and Seshavat comparison. Learners, clear or not? Clear with the answers? Yeah. You're all tempted to get what is that? Milkshake and chat items now. It's time to learn. So no time for milkshake and all. Do this one. Very good. Very good. Very good. Getting right answers. To infer the rain in the past by receiving the muddy water. Very good. Very good. Moving to the next, the answer for this question is Sheshavat Anumana. That is option number 2. So to infer the rain in the past by experience perceiving the muddy water in the pond. So how can it be done? See, take this example. Take this example. So this we call Purvavat Anumana. This is called Shishavat and this is called Samyo Drishtita. Means what? Purvavat means I plan to go outside at 6 o'clock. I plan to go outside at 6 o'clock. But what happens at 5:30 p.m. There was a dark clouds there in the sky. So after seeing this dark clouds, what I decide, if I go out means I'll be stuck with rain. So I should not go out. Right? That is called as Purvavat Anumana. Means I infer the rain by means of looking at the dark clouds. I infer the rain that is yet to come in the future by looking at the present dark clouds. So we infer the unperceived effect. What is the unperceived effect? The rain is the unperceived effect from a perceived cause. What do you mean by perceived cause? The dark clouds is said to be the perceived cause. The cause is what? I'm looking at the dark clouds in the sky. So I infer the rain will be coming. That is unperceived. I have not yet, the rain has not yet come, but I am perceiving it in before. That is why it's called unperceived effect from a perceived cause. It's a dark clouds. So that it may rain at 6 p.m. So I should not go. That is called Purvavat Anumana. Shashavat means what? Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, looking at the road, as it has, maybe it may have rained very well, or some other problems that have been happened, the pipe may be burst out in the corporation. So what will happen? The road will looks very muddy, right? The road will looks very muddy. So by looking, we infer the unperceived cause. I don't know why it has been happened. Either it may be happened by means of a rain or by means of a what is the breaking of a water tap on the corporation. So the unperceived cause, I don't know what's the cause, but I infer the perceived effect. This the road is very muddy because of the rain. That is what given here. To infer a rain in the past by perceiving the muddy water in the pond. Okay, right? So to infer rain in the past by perceiving the muddy water. Yeah, right. Samyodrishita means what? We infer not based on causal relation, but because of the experience of the uniformity. If sun rises in the east, means the moon will be setting down in the west, right? Similarly, the moon is rising in the east means the sun will be setting in the west. So this kind of things we call it as Samyodrishtita Anumana. To see the position of moon, we can infer about its motion, right? About its motion, we can infer, and that is called Samyodrishtita. Moving to the next question, do it. No need of this. Let's do this one. Do this one. Thank you. Are you all enjoying the class, learners? Useful for your revision because you are spending your nearly 2 hours of time. Do you feel it is a good kind of a revision or are you feeling bored? Please let me know in the comment section. If you are feeling Josh, please give me yes. Give me your state of mind now. You're feeling good or what? Yes, learners, waiting for your responses here on the chat. Very good. See, paper one always be like a boost, right? Because even at a one single question will makes us to clear the examinations. Those who have missed your examination by 2 marks or by 4 marks, they will understand the value of one question, two questions. I just want you all to make you aware that paper one will be like a boost for you because it boosts your score. So it is most important. Don't think just paper one is just like paper one. Nowadays their paper one standard is getting improving. So please, I hope you all understand that value of paper one. Yes, just doing it for your recalling yourselves the concepts. Yes, thank you. Very good, very good. Right. Thank you, Gopa, Brinda. Yes, the right answer for this question is option 3 is the right answer. We have given here. So, see, in case of logical reasoning, why this concept logical reasoning? Take a decision. Okay, used to say this logic means rational thinking, right? The rational thinking always have a very good reason to make a decision. If the decision, the reason is not good, is not correct, means we cannot take a decision. If the reason is not stating out the proper thing, means we'll be taking a wrong decision. So the logical reasoning topic is mainly meant for decision making, and this decision making have two kinds of two ways. One is by means of Indian logic, Indian way of inferring things, and another one is Western way of inferring things. Indian way of inferring things and Western way of inferring things. So in Indian logic, we call it as classical Indian logic. Classical Indian logic. When we came in terms of Western logic, means that we call it as Aristotle. Aristotle plays an important role in this particular concept called logical reasoning, right? In Indian logic, in classical Indian method, there are that we called all these Pramanas and Sanskrit terms are there, inferring things, and Hitvabash and all, so many things are there that comes under the classical Indian thinkers. So here the statement given is what? For the classical Indian thinkers, inference, anumana means only syllogistic inference. Yes. By me, what do you mean by this syllogistic inference means? Based upon the source of happening, I come to a conclusion. Okay. By means of observing things, I come to a conclusion. I come to a conclusion, and that we call it as this particular first point. See here, it is given here. Anumana as a Sanskrit word means inference or knowledge that follows. It is using an observation, the previous truth and reason to reach a conclusion. Based on the premises that I have stated, based on the reason, I come to a conclusion. It's called about Indian logic. And when you take about the statement 2, unlike Aristotelian syllogism, what Aristotle has given, right? Unlike Aristotelian syllogism, Anumana involves 4 steps to instead of 3. Actually, in Aristotle syllogism, we have 3 steps will be there. That is premises 1, premises 2, and conclusion. So based on these 3 statements, will be coming to a conclusion. But when you take a Nyaya means what? The Indian logic. Okay, Nyaya philosophy. We come to a conclusion by means of PHUN. So here it takes 3 steps to come to a conclusion, but here it takes 5 steps to come to a conclusion. That's all. So what you have given here, Anumana involves 5 steps. It's not 4 steps, it is 5 steps. That is Pratyajna, Hetu, Udaran, Upanayan, and Nigmana. Instead of 3. 3 is for Aristotelian syllogism, and Nyaya syllogism is called the classical Indian logic syllogism, and it has 5 steps. Okay, learners? So this second statement is said to be false because here it has given 4 steps. It is not 4 steps, it is 5 steps. Clear, learners? Yes. Yes, clear? You have to remember this Aristotelian syllogism 2-3 times this question, the same format of question, different ways it was being asked. Yeah. Yes. Aristotelian syllogism and Nyaya. Very good. Going to the next one. Yes, very interesting topic is yet on the way, that is a square of opposition. Square of opposition. Those who are new to this topic, please kindly understand this particular topic. Most important. This is only enough to cover this square of opposition. Definitely, sure shot, one question will be. Yes, that is premises 1, premises 2, and premises, that is conclusion. By 3 steps. Lakshmi Rana. Here, Aristotelian syllogism, which by means of using premise 1, premise and conclusion. That is Aristotle's syllogism. So this square of opposition is very important to understand the contradictory, all those things. We start doing. Those who are new to this, please kindly draw this diagram. After the class also you can draw and do this particular problem. Going to the first question of first question. Which of the following is contradictory to the statement? Contradictory. We have to take the diagram, quickly do it. Waiting for your answers, learners. Yes, very good, very good. Very good, very good. Right answer for this question is option 4, that is contrary. Yes, what is contradictory? See in the diagram, contradictory means whenever I say, you have to remember this 4 statements, that is the A, E, I, O statements. A statement, E statement means what? They are called as universal statements. A statement and E statement are called as universal statement. I type and O type statements are called as particular statements. Okay, right. So A, E statements are, we have another 2 types, and that we call it as A type and I type, or call it as positive statements. Positive or affirmative statement. Positive or affirmative statement. And E and O type statements are called it as negative or negative statements. All negative statements. Okay. Yes. Why, ma'am? Because here universal statement we call all apples are red. Here see all dogs are friendly animals, and that we call it as a positive statement, and we call it as universal positive statement. We call it as a universal positive statement. No dogs are friendly animals. What it is a E type statement. It's called universal negative statement. I'm telling all the dogs are not friendly animals, right? No dogs. No dogs means it is a negative word, and it's called universally negative statement. Some friendly animals are not a dog. This belongs to a O type statement. Some is nothing but a particular statement. So this is particular, and are not a dog. So here it comes under particular negative statement. Some friendly animals are dog. Here some comes. So it is called particular statement. Animals are dogs. So here is also positive. So it is a positive statement. Some dogs are not friendly animals. Here means what? Again, some dogs are not friendly animals. This also a particular negative statement. Now the question is, all dogs are friendly animals. What is the contradictory one? Contradictory means these 2 sides we call it as the contradictory. So whenever we say this statement is said to be true, definitely this will be false. If I say this statement is said to be false, means this statement will be said to be true. Contradictory to each other. That's all. If I say true means they will say false. If they say true means I will say false. So all dogs are friendly animals. This A type statement is there means definitely the contradictory will be this O type statement. What is the O type statement? Some dogs are not friendly animals, are said to be the O type statement. Right? Very good. Why many of you are telling one comes only option? Yes. Moving to the next question. Yes, do this one. Which of the following shows the relationship between 2 universal proposition having the same subject but differing in the quality? So before getting into the question, I will tell you some clues here. Okay. So when we say there are 2 terms called quantity, we have a term called quality, and we have a term called subject, and we have a term called predicate. So what is subject here? Take an example, right? That all apples are red. All apples are red. So in all apples are red, what is the subject? Apples are the subject. Red is said to be the predicate. Okay, right. What will determine the quantity of a statement? The quantity as the statement will be determined. Quantity means number, right? It is being determined by the number. So when, what can we use here? Universal means what? All the members, all the apples here are said to be red color, red in color. So this we call it as universal. Whenever I just inclusively telling all, okay, then it becomes the universal statement. I'm saying now apple is said to be in red in color. So I'm telling no apples. So this is also we call it as what called universal, because it talks about the quantity of that particular subject. Okay, right. Then comes about the quality. As we can know, quality is nothing but the it determines the quality of the statement, right? So here it can be used by means of positive and negative. I can tell about the quality of a statement. What is that quality? If I says all apples are red means, then it becomes universal positive statements. So whenever the quality is said to be positive, negative, then it determines quality. It talks about all or no means, then it determines the quantity. Now you go to the question. There are two universal proposition, okay, which having the same subject but differing in the quality only. Which one will come to this question? I given all the possible answers to this question. Let's do this one. Yes. So you have to take the, what we have to take? You have to take the universal proposition. The universal proposition, they have the same subject but differ in the quality. Differ in the quality. Giving you clues also. Even though if you do know means, then you have to logically think. Then you have to logically think. Will you go with the answer? Yes, the right answer for this question is contrary. Why, ma'am, contrary? See here, what I am telling here, they have the same subject but differing in the quality. So all apples are red. All apples are red. So as they have mentioned that there are two universal proposition. What is the universal proposition? Here is the universal proposition, and E is said to be the universal proposition. Apples are. Okay, very easy actually it is. See, the subject are said to be the same. They are talking about the apples. And they say they differ in the quality. Yes, exactly. Because it is positive. Here it is negative. Am I right? Here it is said to be a positive statement because they asked you to consider two universal proposition. You have to ask you between the two universal proposition. That is why the right answer for this question is contrary. Okay. For those who are writing subaltern. What is subaltern actually? Subaltern is, this is contradictory, this is contrary, and this is subcontrary, and these two are subaltern. Subaltern. Yes. See here it is universal positive. Here it is particular positive. Universal negative, particular negative. What they are giving here, having the same subject but differing in the quality with respect to universal proposition. So I have to take the universal proposition and I have to say they differ in the quality. If you say subaltern means the quality is said to be the same, but the quantity is said to be the different. Yes. So option C will not come. Option C will not come. Okay. Yes. Moving to the next question. Do this one. Which is the relationship between two propositions having the same subject but differ both in quality and quantity. I hope you know what is quantity, right? Universal. You can write it like this. Universal positive, universal negative. Particular positive and particular negative. What they are asking here, between two propositions having same subject but differ in quality and quantity. They have to differ in quality and quantity. Quality means positive, negative. Quantity means universal, particular. Which of the statement is there? Please think carefully and give the answer. Don't be in hurry. Don't be in hurry. Don't be hurry, learners. Don't give me hurry answers. Please, please. Very good. Very good. Very good. I have drawn very clearly. See, right? Yes, very good. Very good. Yes. Yes, very good, learners. The right answer for this question is right answer for this question is contradictory. Let it be contradictory. Yeah, because see here different quantity, different, so it is contradictory opposition. Very good. Thank you so much. So before read your questions, try to make it clearly and then give the answer. Don't be in hurry. Right. Do this one. Given below are four proposition. Given below are four proposition. Two of them related in such a way that they cannot be true together, although they can be false together. Although they can be false together. I'll give you the options. Kindly note it down. Options I'll give you. The options. Option A and C. Option B, A and B. Option C, A and D. Option D, C and D. Yes, Elsa ma'am, I will explain you. Wait, I will explain. Which two of the statements, right? So how it can be written here like this? All men are honest and honest. Very good. Some men are honest. Some men are not honest. Okay. Yes. So what they are telling is there are two propositions which cannot be true together, although they can be false together. First, we'll go one by one. What are all the type of statements we have? Contradictory. That is very easy to remember. Contradictory means whenever this statement is said to be true, definitely this will be false. Ma'am, how ma'am? Because I am telling you right that all men in this universe are said to be honest. So whenever I say men means, then definitely they'll be honest with the statement I'm giving. But parallelly, there is a statement, right? Some men are not honest. There are men, they are honest. So I'm telling there are some men who are not at all honest. They come in this area. Yes. So see, if it is true means definitely this will be false, because I am telling here all the men are honest. Then how can be that some men cannot be honest there? No, me, no, right? So this we call it as contradictory. Whenever I say this statement is said to be true means, then definitely this will be false. This cannot be happen. This cannot happen, right? Similarly, if I am saying that some men are honest or not honest, this will come. If this statement is said to be true means, then how this all men can be honest here becomes true. So definitely this will become false. Am I clear, learners? If I say this, some men are honest said to be true means, then definitely all men cannot be honest. That will be false. Huh? So this we call contradictory statements. Then what about this contrary? This about contrary. Okay. Contrary is means what? This both the statements cannot be true at the same time. Oh ma'am, I am telling that all the men are said to be honest. Okay. All the men are said to be honest. And here I am telling no men are honest. No men in the world is said to be honest. Everyone is dishonest. I am telling in the either point. So if these both statements can be true at the same time, can these two statements be true at the same time? Definitely not. One side I am telling all men are honest. On either side I am telling no men are honest. So both cannot be true at the same time. But they can be false. They can be false at the same time. But they can be false at the same time. But they cannot be true at the same time. Okay. So that statement we call it as contrary statements. So what is contrary here? All men are honest is contrary here, and no men are honest is contrary. Am I right, learners? The right answer for this question is A and B is the right answer. Clear? Yes, clear? Clear, ma? Please let me know if you are clear. I'll move to the next question. I'll go with some easy questions so that we can do it somewhat kind of difficult level of questions in the upcoming class. Yes? Okay. Moving to the next question. Clear, learners? Yes, very good. Next question. This one. Do this one. Yes. Read the question carefully and then do. All men are mortal is given as true. All men are mortal is given as true. That is an A-type statement is there, and this is given as true. You can use that image which I gave you in the first, right? So which of the following can be inferred from it? Means what? It means what? I have to tell which can be inferred from this statement. All men are mortal is said to be true here. So this statement will be definitely false. Not, it cannot be true here. And the contradictory statement, definitely it should be false here. And on the subaltern statement, this also need to be true here. Learners, those who are doing it for the first time, these topics, please kindly go to the Unify Study YouTube channel. There we have a paper one playlist there. In that especially we have done all these square of opposition, all the Indian logic fallacies and been done there. Kindly go and visit after this class. Okay. Yes. So for new learners, please go. For the already learners, please kindly try to attend this one. So here the statement is said to be true means which of the following can be inferred? No man is mortal is said to be false. Yes, this can be inferred. Someone or mortal is said to be true. Yes, this can be inferred. Some men are not mortal is said to be true. Definitely not, because it is a contradictory statement. So this will not be there, because if this statement is said to be true means definitely some men are mortal. Some men are not mortal will be false. Some men are mortal will be false. But here it is given as true. So this option will not come. So we can eliminate wherever we have C options. Simply we can select option 1 as the right answer. Yes, clear? Got the answer? Simple tick, na? Simple tick. Simple tick. Yes? Clear? Very good, very good, very good. Very good. Yes. Very good. Moving to the next question of same type, try to do this one. Some members are not voters is said to be false. Some members or voters is said to be false in the square of opposition. Which of the following can be correctly picked? One, some members are not voters means what? So A, E, I, O. Okay. This some members are not false said to be a O type statement. The O type. So I am telling this is a false. Then which of the following can be inferred? The following can be inferred. If easily we can go with A because it should be true. So find in the options which that A type statement is said to be true here. That you can easily find out. Yes, very good. Yes, do it. Do this question. Waiting for your answer, Jonas. Very good. Very good. Very good. Many learners are giving answers for this question. Very good. Okay, the right answer for this question is right answer for this question is option B and C. As I have told you, this is said to be false, means the A will be true. Here C, this will not come. You can eliminate A options. And here C will come. So all members are true. Voters said to be true. This is true. What's about the next one? So we have to check whether we have B or D. Some members are voters is said to be true. Some members are voters said to be true is here. Okay, is it here? And here, what is this option? No members are to be true. This will not be false here. The right option is option C and option B. Some members are voters said to be true. You can have that image to find out this answer. Because one thing here, these contrary statements cannot be true together. Here in the below statements, they cannot be false together. You can remember this keyword, contrary cannot be true together. Yes, subcontrary cannot be false together. So definitely it has to be true here. So this will come. Option B and C is the right answer. And next question, do this one, and this will be as a homework for your tomorrow. We will continue with this part. Then we will do it. Okay, give the answer in the comment section. So tomorrow at same time 10 o'clock we are going to meet again with the remaining part of logical reasoning. Remaining part, we have few more things to be covered here. So remaining part of logical reasoning will be covered, and then we'll be covering the communication, and one more very important one is we are going to do DI tomorrow. Okay, we are going to do DI tomorrow. Please kindly get ready. We are going to do remaining part of logical reasoning, communication and data interpretation. So this is what going to be the tomorrow's topics to be covered. Topics to be covered tomorrow. Give your answers in the comment section for this question. This is a homework problem. I hope this class would have been very useful to you. Give your reviews in the comment section about today's class and also with the answers. So meet you all tomorrow at same 10 o'clock for the remaining of logical reasoning topics, communication topics and data interpretation. Don't forget, please kindly do join. The learners, those who want to know more ideas about these concepts, kindly check our paper one playlist there in the YouTube channel, and also visit the Unify Study app for the PDF of this particular classes and also for the courses. Yes, thank you so much. Give the answers in the comment section. See you. Bye bye tomorrow. Tata.